Houston Texans have gotten interest in Davis Mills and Case Keenum. Should they be looking to trade their backup quarterback? Let's discuss in the locker room.
Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk.
All right, we got a report from Diana Rossini that the Texans have gotten interest for Davis Mills and Case Keenum. It is the locker room, number one source for Texans daily digital content. I'm Landry Locker. You can hear me Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Sports Radio 610 and the Odyssey app. Number one source for Texans radio content, number one source for Texans digital content. So Diana Rossini reports the Texans have gotten calls about Davis Mills and Case Keenum. And immediately the conversation becomes, should the Texans trade Davis Mills? CJ Stroud is your starting quarterback. In a perfect world, Davis Mills and Case Keenum do not step foot on the field. I want to focus on Davis Mills for the sake of this discussion. And be sure to like, subscribe, post your thoughts in the comments, like to interact at Landry Locker on social media. Should the Texans trade Davis Mills? My answer is very simple. The answer for me is absolutely not. I think Davis Mills has more value here than he does elsewhere. And trading Davis Mills, I don't think there's very big payoff. Now, I do know that GM Nick Caserio likes to make low-level trades, and you know he likes to inherit day 3 picks, and he likes to give away day 3 picks. Hell, he gave away a day 3 pick the other day for an offensive lineman that likely was going to be released. So I know Nick Caserio can be pretty weird with day 3 picks. Hell, he'll trade up for guys that'll be cut a year later. But in this situation, there's 2 reasons why I would not trade Davis Mills. Number one, backup quarterback's really important. And I think Davis Mills can be an extremely good backup quarterback, especially here. Last season, if the Tennessee Titans had had a backup of the quality of Davis Mills, they would have won the division. As soon as Ryan Tannehill went down, ish hit the fan. Malik Willis, there were times where they went halves without throwing with Malik Willis. And maybe he's better now than he was last year, but last year he was an incompetent backup quarterback. Had they had Davis Mills, Jacksonville probably doesn't win the division, and the Tennessee Titans end up winning the division. Backup quarterback is very important. It's like insurance. You could drive around for 2 years without getting in a wreck. And maybe you look at your finances and say, damn, why am I spending $150, $200 on car insurance? I don't need that. Then all of a sudden you get in the wreck. You definitely need the insurance. So backup quarterback's just too important to trade a good one like Davis Mills, especially when he's on his rookie contract. You see a lot of backup quarterbacks that are really good making $5, $6, $7, $8 million. Tyrod Taylor, I think, makes $6 million. I think Andy Dalton could be in that $5 million range. When you have a guy who's got 2 more years on his rookie deal like Davis Mills, it's just a really important position. Again, in a perfect world, they never step foot on the field, which sometimes leads you to not really appreciate the value, but the value is just too high for Davis Mills. And furthermore, the value isn't high. Now, you might say, well, you just said that he was valuable here. Yes, he's valuable here, but he's not valuable outside. Nobody's going to give you a second-round pick for Davis Mills. So if someone's trying to acquire Davis Mills, they're offering you a 5th, they're offering you a 6th, they're offering you a 7th. We're not even in the desperate time as of right now. Maybe a time comes where quarterbacks get hurt, where there's like a situation like San Francisco had last year where they just run out of quarterbacks and all of a sudden desperate times call for desperate measures. If you're getting offered a 2nd, 3rd, something like that, maybe it would make sense. But in this situation, the value is too high here and it's not high enough elsewhere. So to answer the question that we asked at the start of this, should the Texans trade Davis Mills? My answer would be hell to the no. What say you? Appreciate you for coming through. Subscribe, like, right along. Should the Texans be looking to trade Davis Mills? Again, Diana Rossini with the report. Be on the lookout for the live stream tonight at 9 o'clock. Videos coming throughout the week. We are a week away from the start of the NFL season. We're 10 10 days away, man. We're finally getting there to the start of the Texan season. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the start of this channel. Appreciate everyone for coming through and showing love. No matter what happens, whether they trade Davis Mills or not, when it comes to this Texans game, whether you're a Texans fan or not, or you're just trying to get the pulse of things, we're all in this together. Have a good one.
We got taste for days, opinions to give. We got takeaways. If it's up, then it's up. We number one. You don't need to try your luck. Locker room, yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk, yeah, you know what we about to do.